What's up, YouTube? It's TRILLSLICK here. And this is the first. Like, I've never done one of these videos before, like one of these 2K. This is my build type of videos. But with this one, I really feel like this was a really solid build, and I just wanted to share with anybody who needs to make a 6-8. I am a little sick also, so please don't mind how my voice sounds. Bear in mind that this is a twos build, right? I think a lot of people make these build videos and they don't specify what game mode they play whenever they play with their builds, you know what I'm saying? This right here, the twos build. Now, you can play with it in 3v3, you can play with it in rec. You're gonna see some 3v3 content with this build though, but for the most part, I made this build strictly for twos. If you follow my socials, you'll see that with this build, man, I get like great offense, like inside. I get great outside offense. I can handle the rock. I get great defense. I get really good speed, really good agility. So if you follow this video, vital by vital, attribute by attribute, I'm pretty sure you'll be solid playing twos this year. Bear in mind, what works for me works for me. So I'm not saying that like you're trash if it doesn't work for you, but I'm saying that like it's catered towards how I play twos. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and do me a favor and drop a like and subscribe to the channel.
Show love, nigga. It don't show nothing. It don't cost nothing to show a nigga love.
All we doing is getting money.
Show a nigga some love, nigga.
Wabbly dabbly.
So let's not waste any more time. Let's get into honestly the best 6-8 on 2K26. So to start off, you want to go small forward, right? I was indecisive on going small forward or going shooting guard, but I ended up going small forward 6'8". You want to make sure you go 204 to 210, and that way you can get that burly size, right? And then you want to go 6'11 on the wingspan, all right? And those are all the potential badges we're going to get, right? The biggest thing here is the weight. The bigger you are, the better you're going to be able to defend, all right? If I'm not running with my homeboys and I'm running with randoms, they will put me at the big, but I promise you guys, you will be able to guard the big. We guard 1 through 5 with this build, all right? So we're starting off with finishing, all right? So with your finishing, you want to do a 77 close shot, 71 drive and lay, 58 drive and dunk. Bear with me, bro. I know you're like, oh, no, I'm not doing a 58 drive and dunk, man. Drive and dunks, they're easier this year. You can just rim run all day. Bear with me, all right? Trust the process. We're going to go a 49 standing dunk and a 51 post control. So layups are kind of tricky this year, right? Because one moment you're at the hoop and your green window for the layup is like crazy wide. And then with the slightest bit of pressure, it closes really fast and then it's really small. Just like this clip right here, my window was like wide open and then he applies a little bit of pressure, closes the window. I made this build with 6 cap breakers. So we're gonna use 2 of them and put on our 71 drive and lay and take our drive and lay to a 78, all right? You get some decent animations and a wide green window with the 78 lay. All right, so as far as dunking goes, we are gonna be able to get on that rim, all right? We're not gonna make no build that just, you know, lays the ball up. No, we're not gonna do that, all right? We're gonna get on that rim. So most of these clips right here, I only had a 58 drive and dunk. I didn't apply the cap breaker on to make it to a 62. But we're gonna apply 1 cap breaker to put it to a 62, and then our very next cap breaker, it will go to drive and dunk again to make a 65 drive and dunk. But I mean, you can see the power of a 58 dunk, you know. If you're like me and you don't need to be flashy, a 58 dunk is just fine. And then with a 49 standing dunk, you are gonna be able to stand and dunk sometimes. So next with the shooting attributes, you're gonna go 90 mid-range, you're gonna go 85 on the 3 ball, and you're just gonna do a 66 free throw. Because like I said, this isn't a rec build. We're just gonna be in twos with this one. As we know, when it comes down to shooting is not hard at all this year. If you cannot shoot this year, I suggest you probably go find another game. So that means we don't have to go so high on the shooting. For this build, our bad specialization is gonna go to shooting. And with those 2 cap breakers, we're gonna take our 90 mid-range to a 91, and then our 85 3 ball to an 86. That would give you silver Deadeye and gold safety shooter. That would also give you gold set shot specialist, but we're gonna max +2 that to go to legend. In every 2K, I was always a square shooter until the end of 25 where I started using the stick. But I ain't gonna lie, rhythm shooting so broken, bro. Just rhythm shoot, bro. You're not gonna miss. So on to the playmaking. Passing is not good at all this year. Like, it's not good at all. So you will be just fine with the 61 pass accuracy on twos. You want to get the 86 ball handle, and you just want a 79 speed with ball. I don't really see a big difference in an 80 and a 79 speed with ball. A 79 speed with ball is going to give us lightning launch on silver, and we're going to +2 that and take it to Hall of Fame. So when it comes to dribbling, I'm not like the best dribbler. Like, I know how to dribble enough to where I can get open or get my shot off or get my teammate shot off. But for the dribble heads out there, you're gonna for sure like this build because of, you know, the ability and the ways that you can dribble. By the way, man, if you made it this far in the video, man, you might as well go ahead and help your brother out, man. Leave a like, man. Sub to the channel, man. Let's get it going.
Show love, nigga.
All right, man. Moving on to my favorite part of this build, man. The defense, all right? You want to go with the 80 interior defense. You want to go with the 87 perimeter defense. I promise that 87 is all you need. If you can really play defense, all you need is an 87, all right? 57 steal, because we're not getting steals like that anyway. And all we really need is to get in the lane. Then you want to end your defense with the 84 block, bro. All right, so remember when I said you can guard 1 through 5? I meant just that. You are going to be able to guard 1 through 5 with this build. That 80 interior defense is really going to help you when it comes down to those tall guys inside the paint. Well, yeah, but with the 84 block this year, you're going to be able to swat anything. I'm talking about anything and everything that comes your way. You also going to get some really good contests with this build too. I'm contesting up against like 7-4s, like, and you know, at first I would think that I couldn't guard up to 7-3 and 7-4. But even with like 7-4s, when they put up a shot, I'm gonna get a great contest on it if I jump at the right time. Okay, so now remember what I said, right? I got more block clips than I got any other clips because like I get a lot of blocks. But remember what I said, what works for me might not work for you. So because you see all of these blocks, that don't mean that you're gonna go and get all of these blocks that I'm getting. It all comes down to just knowing the game. I think people copy like how to make this build and that build, but they're not as good as the person that's playing it. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't make this build or make any build and expect to be as good as the person who's playing it if you're not that good. You know what I'm saying? And then like I said with the steal, you're not gonna pick anybody. So a 57 steal is all we need, and we're gonna get in that lane and, you know, take passes away. Moving on to my second favorite part of this build is the rebounding. You're gonna go ahead and max out your offensive rebounding to 76 and your defensive rebounding, just put it to a 75. If you box out good enough with this build, get a silver box out beast, you are going to be able to get crazy boards and boards that you're not supposed to be getting. The defenders get really mad when I grab the boards because, you know, like they're so unexpected. Like they're like, "Oh no, that should be mine." It's like, but I'm going up and I'm snagging boards out of like 7-2's hands. You know what I'm saying? Offensively and defensively, if you're in the right position, you're gonna grab the board. As far as our box out beats, we are gonna max plus one it and take it to gold. And finally, closing it out for the physicals, you're gonna do an 86 speed and agility. You're gonna do an 82 strength, and you're gonna do an 83 vert. The 86 speed and the 86 agility is meant for you to keep up with the guards, but be a little bit quicker than the bigs. Once again, strength this year is underrated, and people aren't really looking at strength as a key factor into making their builds. So with the 82 strength, we're gonna be bullying around like guards. If we're guarding them, we're gonna be bullying them off the ball. And as far as the bigs, that's gonna give us box out beasts. And then the high vert is there to help you challenge those tall players, to get you rebounds, and to get you some good dunk animations with the low drive and dunk. Once you are done, you have finally created the two-way ISO sniper. These are the badges that you're gonna get, and this is the setup of how I'm running it right now, up until I get my my shooting badge specialization perks. All right. Once you acquire that max plus one and that max plus two, for the max plus one, just go ahead and put on Shifty Shooter, which will take it to Hall of Fame. And then for the max plus two, to go ahead and put on Set Shot Specialist, which will take that to Legend. And there you have it, man. That is the best 6-8 build on 2K26. If you end up making the build sometime in the future, once you like, you know, get them up to 99, 95, 97 or something, just let me know how you like them. Come back to these comments, let me know how you like them. I do appreciate you for watching. Leave a like and sub on your way out, and I'll see you next time.
I'ma make the big queen, yeah. Top floor in the Ritz, yeah. I got all the money stacked, yeah. Baltimore on my racks, yeah. I'ma make the big queen, yeah. Top floor in the Ritz, yeah.